I mean, if you looked at, and I always come from the lender's perspective, the lender's point of view. I could think back to all of the investments I've made into events to attract realtors, for loan officers to enhance their relationships with their referral sources. I remember one that reminds me of REVamp a little bit. It's different though because it's not a monthly membership. It's not a cookie cutter that we lay out for you that gives you the entire program laid out, where all you have to do is get on the website, follow the instructions, and you have a monthly meeting to invite realtors and affiliates to. But I remember having one specific event that was similar to REVamp. I mean, we covered best practices related to short sales. We invited realtors. We had a panel, and was a discussion. It was a lively discussion. It was a little bit more of presentation. It was different from REVamp because the realtors and agents and brokers didn't get a chance to actually share their perspectives, but there were a couple on the panel. If I told you what that cost.
Please tell me, for fun.
The room was $3,500. Continental breakfast, coffee, and the meeting room was $3,500. And plus the materials, plus giveaways, this, that, and the other. Probably the bank probably cost somewhere between $5,000 and $6,000
for one day.
For one day, and if I told you that I could measure the number of deals that resulted from that, I cannot. I cannot. I don't know if there's one realtor that I work with today that I met, from that function, but this is something that's 1/10 of that on a monthly basis.
If this was a bit of a cross-examination, I'd say, well, isn't it true then that you did not work with any other affiliates to put that on?
We sponsored that ourselves.
Right. And that was for just one day?
One morning.
And you were not responsible for bringing any one individual person there?
Well, that's one thing we did do. We did personally invite realtors, and we got a pretty good turnout. And that showed me that people are interested and desire the knowledge. They want to be exposed to the information, the willingness to come to those events. So to do it on a monthly basis is that much better. Plus we have the cookie cutter, plus we have the website, plus it's the cost is a fraction of that.
Right. And those realtors were not under any kind of obligation to return.
One and done.
There was nothing else to return to. Yeah, that to me is important. The structure, which to me shows that there has been quite a bit of preparation and foresight into this, where, and I'm a big fan of presentations and conferences, and I was just at one put on by a big company in a hotel. There were about 200 people there, and some great information was presented. If I was going to become a scuba diver, I would want all presentation and no conversation.
Right, bullfighting lessons, all presentation.
No conversation, right? Bullfighting, goring, you don't want that. But where there is an opportunity to do something with the known brand name realtors in your market and have an expectation of another benefit the next month and another benefit the next year, essentially in perpetuity, with topics that are real estate related, which really we've learned through these conversations, I hope you agree with me, Artie, since January, that this is stuff, these are topics that these professionals deal with on an almost daily basis.